Now, we've taken a bit of interest in what is happening in a number of mines and other quarries where mining and excavation is taking place. Last week, we registered 4 deaths at mines and quarries, which calls for better safety protocols at mines and quarries. You're aware we've had a history where most of the people who die in mines and quarries are trapped, and some suffocate to death. Last week, around the 19th, we have 2 victims, casual workers at one of the gold mines in Rujinji B village, that is in Kasala. They had gone for their routine gold mining work, but they were trapped due to lack of oxygen and suffocated to death. The 2 we have Kayunga, aged 24, and Nteziriaho, aged 34. The mining pit belonged to Chitio, only one name. It lacked safety gears, electricity, there was no supply of oxygen. So the victims who entered the mine at 5 a.m. Got trapped for almost 16 hours because they ran out of oxygen at 4 p.m. From 5 a.m. in the morning. So we retrieved their bodies and subjected them to post-mortem and handed over. Then we had 2 other incidents where 2 victims were buried while carrying out excavation and mining of stones and marram. One of the incidents happened in Namukekenda village, that is Bubago Parish, Namutumba district, where a one Gaule Brian, aged 18, was buried after the roof of the quarry where they were mining stones and marram gave way or caved in and buried him to death. A brother of his called Michelle Michael was rescued and rushed to Mukono Health Center for treatment. The site also had no safety controls. Then also on the 23rd at around 4 p.m. at Kumbugwe Hill in Nakifuma Naggalama Town Council, there is also a stone quarry which collapsed and buried a female adult and mother called Namwanje Esther. She was mining stones and excavating stones. Concerned residents tried to rescue her, but they retrieved her body when it was lifeless. So she also died under those circumstances. But why we are taking additional interest is that we've tasked the territorial commanders to work with the respective districts, and where there are no safety standards and protocols in place, they should ensure that those mines and some of the illegal mines and those quarries that are not safe for excavation and mining should be closed until additional investment in terms of safety measures are put in place. So these incidents highlight the serious danger that mines and quarries have. There are no safeguards in form of rescue equipment, electricity, constant supply of oxygen. There are no lifeguards. The walls have fractures from blastings and easily collapse when there is a vibration or from weights above. Now, we've established that falls in form of collapsed roofs and walls are the #1 cause of deaths in mines and quarries, which makes excavation and mining so dangerous. The rocks and soils, like I said, above or on the sides can break free during the mining process, and or they can destabilize an entire face of rock. The other big risk that miners should also take into consideration is asphyxiation, where the mines contain dangerous gases. The deeper they go, there are low levels of oxygen, so some victims have been inhaling dangerous air and gases, and which has been causing their death. Other causes have been passage collapse, rock falls, drowning, and we want to work together with proprietors of these quarries and mines to prevent some of these dangers when we put safety measures in place.